Hi, welcome to Hekate's Crossing. A little bit about how I prepare for a reading when I'm doing a reading for someone. For me, it's really important that I'm in a really good headspace, that I'm clear and focused, and I've actually prepared myself ready. So some of the ways that I do is making sure that I have a little bit of either white sage or this is the Palo Santo. So let's just sort of cleanse the space by using this, a smudge. Now you can use the white sage is fine. You can use any sort of incense and thing that you feel connected to for cleansing your space, if that's what you wish to do. You don't have to do this. This is just for me. So it's about cleansing the space. Feeling the breath, feeling the cleanse. And I just go through, and I'll take my decks and I'll just cleanse them. Haven't decided exactly what I'm using yet today, so that's why they're still in their bags for some of them. Cleanse the cards. So that's one way of cleansing, is using the thing. Another way is to grab either a bowl, a sound bowl, or you can use the bell. You can use music. You can use whatever you like, and you just cleanse the space. Feel the energy shift within you. And you feel yourself trusting, being in alignment, and being able to take action with the reading. Feel that healing energy. Clear. Okay, and I'll ask my guides to come through for me. I will ask. And I'm just going to ask in my head because it's a very private thing. Sometimes I can ask out loud, but today I'm just going to ask quietly for my guides to come through. And as I do that, I'm going to also light the spirit guide incense I've decided to use today. You can use any incense that you feel drawn to. Angels and archangels coming through to offer us guidance and love for today. Spirit guides, those that choose to work with me today, coming through with light and love. And I always ask for Hekate to come through with her guidance on the crossroads. I ask my healing guides to come through to provide any healing that anyone requires while they are listening to the reading. Archangels, angels come through that are required at this time. I take a nice deep breath, arms up, greet the day. Namaste. The blessings begin. Okay, so that's a little bit about inviting the guides into my space, clearing my space, making sure that they are clear and that we are ready for the readings that are ahead for us. Okay, so today, just move the light there, keyboard there. Okay, today we're going to look at, I think we will use the Epic Tarot. I haven't used it for a little while. It's been in its bag. I've carried it around, but haven't really used much of it. Okay, today we're going to look at the Epic Tarot. What message is really of value for us for the weekend? What do we need to know for this weekend coming up? Okay, so let us see. Whoa, the card that's popped out straight away. We've got the 9. Okay, and we've got the 9 of what is traditionally wands. In this case, it's books. Okay, so 9 of books. So this card, we're going to talk very much about your viewpoint, your preparation in regards to the hard work that lies ahead for you. So how are you preparing to do what you need to do to create this chapter in your life? What are you actually, how are you preparing? It seems like you're so close to where you want to be that your view, your perspective could be a little bit warped at this time, maybe not being quite completely clear about what you're actually seeing. So let's see what else lies ahead for you. Oops, here we go. So this card here is the 2 of Swords. And this to me is a sense of this girl here. She's removed her masks. So she's finding that she's becoming, even though she's sort of turned, I feel like she's turned away. She's not quite looking clearly in where she's supposed to be looking. So there's a sense of there's some choices or some directions that she's got, some decisions that she needs to make, and she can't quite see the path clearly, even though she's removed the blinders or the masks that are hiding. She's still not quite clear in the decision that she actually needs to make. She's at a real crossroads in where she wants to be. The sense of these choices, these ideas, these plans, in whatever area of life is of value to you right now. There are some decisions that need to be made, some truths to be revealed, and whether it's going to be done or not is yet to be revealed. Okay, so card number 3. 3 of Swords, betrayal. You're on the run. Sense of wanting to hide from the truth. There's a bit of denial coming into you're really sort of running away or running towards something unknown as yet, but you're definitely running away from the truth. There's a sense of not being completely honest with oneself. So there might be a time to actually reflect. This is going to be a huge weekend, I feel, for some of you. Some of you, it's going to be quite a powerful weekend. And what lies, oops, here we go. Yeah, you're right on this edge. You're not sure whether you should or you shouldn't. This is the 5 of Swords. And I feel like you're right on this edge and you're just saying, nah, should I, shouldn't I? I'm not quite sure. I'm not ready to unveil yet the truth. I'm not ready to face it. I'm hiding behind this ledge and I'm not quite ready yet to take a leap. I'm not quite ready to sort of dive into it and overcome the challenges, the mental stuff that's going on. I feel like there's this whole sense of, are you ready? Well, this is a huge weekend for some of you. I feel this is going to be a really powerful weekend. It's going to be a weekend of, I think there's going to be a lot of weekend of being quite solitude, quite being on your own, a sense of being quite, I feel like in the darkness. It's going to be quite a big weekend for some of you. But I feel that eventually by the end of the weekend, you may have actually been able to sort of reconcile in a way this thoughts about, yeah, I'm ready for this next stage of my life. I'm ready for it all to come together. There's a sense of, this is 9 of Spheres. So I get this sense of, everything's sort of in preparation for everything sort of coming together. You've done all the hard work. It's been a really tough weekend. But by the end of it, there's going to be, you're ready to put your hand in it and say, yep, I'm ready now. I'm ready to make the changes that I need to. I'm prepared. I feel like everything's going to come together now. Everything is just happening in divine timing. Everything is just absolutely on target. you're on the right path. I just get the sense of being grounded. Okay, you've got the 5 of books, and you've got this book here, and I feel like it's a sense of don't share what you've achieved for the weekend. Keep it to yourself over the next week or so, and just work through it, acknowledge it. I think you need to sort of keep it quite close to your chest. It's a sense of being able to not let people tie you in knots. Get a sense of don't share your achievements. Don't share what you've achieved so far or what you've got holding close to you. I think this is going to be a weekend of some really tough stuff, and it's very personal, very private. I think it's between you and you. So yeah, I feel like this weekend's going to be, I just keep getting that you just need some major work this weekend. Some of you are just going to be going through some huge shifts, some huge stuff going on, some huge honesty, really being quite vulnerable and letting yourself out. And I get this sense of a gift at the end of it. 6 of Chalice, I get a sense that there will be a gift of some sort. There will be some harmony within your emotions. Everything's sort of going to be, yeah, you're ready, you've done all the work, everything, you're just keeping it close to your chest, and there will be some changes within you. And I just feel like there's going to be a gift received in some way, very gently. It's not going to be huge. It's just going to be, hey, look, there's this is for you. I can see that you've gone through some huge changes. So somebody who's going to be really in tune with you is just going to realize that you have just gone through a major weekend, and it's going to be quite big for you, and they've noticed, and they're like, hey, look, here's a little gift, here's a little bit of support, here's something you might find valuable, here's some resources that might help you, here's a little gift package, here's just something that's going to create some harmony in your emotions for you. So I think that's a really cool card to sort of finish on. And the fact is, yeah, it's going to be really tough. You've got the 9 of Wands, you've got the 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords. Mental, huge shift in that 2, 3, and 5. So you've got that whole sense of you're at this crossroads, got some decisions, you've got to be honest with yourself. You're at this edge. Are you ready to plunge, dive in? The sense mentally, So you got that 9 of Spheres, everything sort of starting to sort of fall into place. You're preparing for everything physically getting everything in together. Don't share this weekend with anybody. This is really private. I think this has just been so huge for you. This is going to take some time to process it, to spend some time in it, to deal with it. But you will have somebody who will notice and who just very quietly give you this gift. So I think that's a great card to sort of finish on for the Epic Tarot for this weekend. Do take care. It is going to be huge. It's going to be a huge shift for you personally. So I think it's really be gentle with yourself as you go through this changes. If you need any support in any way, give yourself some time out, some gentle time to process it over the next week or so. Just remember, you are number one. You. Okay, take care. Blessed be. And look forward to hearing from you soon.